In the hustle and chaos of modern life, it's easy to overlook a fundamental truth: true love doesn't exist as something to be found in the world outside of us. It is not something we search for in another person, in material wealth, or in fleeting pleasures. True love, in its purest form, is an energy that we cultivate within ourselves, a sacred force that begins deep within our hearts. The meditation you are about to embark on is not simply a method for attracting love. It is a profound journey back to your truest self. It is an invitation to rediscover the infinite capacity for compassion, peace, and connection that resides within you. Over the next 30 minutes, we will take a transformative journey into the heart, the seat of wisdom and unconditional love. Through this practice, we will unlock the hidden potential within, allowing you to connect with love on a level deeper than you've ever known. In Buddhism, it is said that the mind is the root of all experiences, and the heart is the gateway to our deepest wisdom. When we meditate, we quiet the turbulence of the outer world and turn inward, reconnecting with the stillness and clarity of the heart. The heart, in Buddhist philosophy, is not just a physical organ, it is the spiritual center, the dwelling place of our innate compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom. It is here, in the sacred space of the heart, that the potential for love lies dormant, waiting to be awakened. During this meditation, we will use the power of intention to connect with our deepest desires for love and connection. We will also learn how to free ourselves from the emotional blockages and negative patterns that have kept us from experiencing love in its purest form. By doing so, we will reprogram the subconscious mind to align with the energy of love. This isn't just about attracting romantic love, this is about opening ourselves to the universal love that surrounds us and exists within us. In every moment, as we move through this practice, we will focus on releasing fear, judgment, and past pain that may have hardened our hearts. In Buddhist practice, one of the most important teachings is the idea of non-attachment and the release of suffering. This meditation guides you to let go of any limiting beliefs about your worthiness of love. It teaches you to shed the layers of negativity and to embrace the truth of your innate goodness. When you allow yourself to be open, present, and compassionate, you create a powerful magnetic force of love that can transform not only your own heart but also the lives of others around you. By the end of this practice, you will have tapped into a profound and powerful connection with yourself. You will have cleared the inner space to receive the love that you truly deserve. And in doing so, you will naturally radiate that love into the world. Love will no longer feel like a pursuit or a destination, it will feel like the natural state of your being. A constant flow of peace and compassion that attracts more love into your life with ease. In the great teachings of Buddhism, it is said that we are all interconnected, like the threads in a vast web of life. The love you cultivate within yourself creates ripples that spread outward, touching everyone you encounter. Through this meditation, you will not only transform your relationship with love, but with the world itself. This is the transformative power of loving kindness. The more you nurture it within, the more it flourishes around you. Setting the intention, a seed of love. At the core of this meditation lies the profound and transformative power of intention. In the quiet moments of stillness, as we turn inward, we are invited to set a clear and conscious intention, to open our hearts to more love than we have ever known. This is not a mere wish or fleeting thought, it is a deliberate choice. An act of mindfulness that aligns our hearts and minds with the boundless energy of love. In Buddhism, intention is revered as the very foundation of our experience in the world. It is the seed from which all of our actions, thoughts, and realities are born. The Buddha once taught that the mind is everything. What you think you become. This powerful insight reminds us that our thoughts and intentions shape the reality we experience. Every action, every word, and every thought originates in the mind. And it is the seeds we plant in the fertile soil of our hearts that determine the course of our lives. If we plant seeds of fear, doubt, or anger, these qualities will grow and manifest in our experiences. But if we plant seeds of love, compassion, and kindness, we invite these qualities to flourish and transform not only our own hearts but the world around us. Setting the intention to cultivate love is an act of self-compassion. It is a recognition that we are worthy of love simply because we exist. The seed of love that we plant in our hearts today is not something foreign or external, it is an innate part of our nature. Buddhism teaches that love is not something we must seek outside of ourselves, it is already within us, waiting to be uncovered. The challenge lies in clearing away the layers of attachment, fear, and self-doubt that prevent us from experiencing the love that is our birthright. By setting the intention to feel more love, we are actively choosing to peel away these obstacles, creating the space for love to flow freely. In Buddhist philosophy, this act of setting intention is akin to planting a seed in the ground. A seed, no matter how small, contains within it the potential for growth. When we set an intention to welcome love, we are planting a seed of great power. Just as a seed needs time, nourishment, and the right environment to grow, so too does our intention need care and attention. The more we nurture it, the more it will flourish. This meditation serves as the soil, the water, and the sunlight that nourish the seed of love we are planting in our hearts. It is important to understand that the process of growing love within us is not always immediate. Just as a seed does not sprout overnight, the fruits of love may take time to fully manifest. However, by setting the intention with a pure heart and a steady mind, we create the conditions for love to unfold naturally. As we practice this meditation, we are not simply wishing for love to come into our lives, we are actively cultivating the inner conditions that allow love to arise within us and radiate outward. Buddhism teaches that all things are interconnected, and the love we cultivate within ourselves has a ripple effect on the world around us. As we plant the seed of love in our hearts, we are also planting it in the hearts of others. Our actions, words, and energy create a ripple that can touch and transform those we encounter. By setting the intention to embrace love, we not only heal ourselves, but we become instruments of healing in the world. So, as you embark on this meditation, know that the seed you plant today holds the potential for a deep and lasting transformation. This is your opportunity to create a fertile ground for love to grow, to manifest, and to shape the life you truly desire. As you focus on this intention, allow it to grow in your heart, expanding with each breath, each thought, and each moment of awareness. The love you seek is already within you, it is simply waiting to be nurtured, to bloom, and to transform your life in ways you may not yet understand. Personal reflection. Setting intentions has been one of the most powerful tools in my own spiritual journey. There is a profound shift that occurs when you consciously choose what you want to invite into your life. The act of saying, "I am open to love," opens the gates of the heart, inviting both self-love and love from others. This simple practice is transformative, and it's something I've witnessed countless times, not only in my life but also in the lives of many spiritual seekers. Connecting to the heart, the gateway to infinite love. The next phase of this meditation invites you to turn inward, to move beyond the noise of the world and drop into the sacred space of your heart. With a gentle touch, place your hands over your chest, allowing your awareness to settle into the very center of your being, the heart. This is not just a physical organ but a spiritual gateway, the seat of love, compassion, and wisdom. In Buddhism, the heart is revered as the place where true understanding and boundless compassion arise. It is where the seeds of enlightenment are sown and nurtured, and where the deep connection between self and all beings is realized. When we connect with our heart, we are aligning ourselves with the universal truth that all things are interconnected. The Buddha often spoke of compassion as the highest form of love, a love that is not based on attachment or personal desire but on the pure, unconditional wish for all beings to be free from suffering. This compassion, which arises from the heart, transcends the ego, allowing us to experience love in its truest, most expansive form. It is a love that does not demand or expect, but rather, a love that simply is. It is present in every moment, flowing freely without obstruction. In this space, we recognize that love is not something we need to seek outside ourselves, nor is it something that can be earned or achieved. Love is our natural state. It is always present, always available, but sometimes veiled by the complexities of our thoughts, emotions, and attachments. Through meditation, we are not creating love but rather removing the barriers that obscure it. By reconnecting to the heart, we are returning to our true nature, the essence of who we are, beings of love and light. As you place your hands over your chest, feel the warmth and energy emanating from this center. This is the energy of life itself, the life force that sustains you and connects you to everything around you. Each breath you take is a reminder of the love that sustains you, deep, nurturing, and infinite. With every inhale, you breathe in peace, compassion, and wisdom. With every exhale, you release the barriers and fears that have kept you from fully experiencing this love. Allow yourself to settle deeper into this space of stillness and openness, where there is no need for effort or striving. Here, love is simply felt, and it is enough. In Buddhist teachings, the concept of metta, loving kindness, is essential. It is the practice of cultivating goodwill, love, and kindness toward oneself and all beings. When we connect with our heart, we are invoking this quality of loving kindness, not just as an ideal but as a lived experience. By cultivating metta, we learn to love ourselves fully and completely, without judgment or limitation. We begin to see that to love others is not a sacrifice or a duty, but a natural extension of the love we have for ourselves. This love is not bound by conditions or expectations, it simply flows outward, touching everyone and everything in its path. The heart, in this meditation, is not just a space to receive love, it is a space to expand it. The more we connect with our heart center, the more we realize that love is not finite. It is not something we possess, but something we share. A boundless energy that can grow and flow infinitely. When we open the heart, we begin to experience the interconnectedness of all beings. We see ourselves not as separate individuals but as part of a greater whole, bound by the same essential nature of love. In this realization, there is deep peace, because we understand that there is no need to seek love, it is always within us, always available, and always ready to flow. So, as you settle into your heart, feel its power and presence. Let go of any resistance or doubt, and allow the energy of love to radiate outward from this center. Trust that, in this moment, you are aligning with the infinite love that resides in all things. In connecting with your heart, you are connecting with the universe itself. And in doing so, you invite the love you seek into your life. Personal reflection. One of the most profound teachings of the Buddha is that the heart is limitless. In our daily lives, we may become tangled in the web of our desires, our fears, and our attachments. Yet, when we stop and reconnect with the heart, we realize that it is vast and boundless. The love that we seek in others is already here, within us. This practice of connecting with the heart is not just about attracting a romantic partner, it is about awakening to the deeper truth that love is the very essence of who we are. Releasing negative energy, the liberation of the heart. As we journey deeper into this meditation, we are invited to embrace one of the most transformative practices in Buddhism, the act of letting go. Releasing negative energy is not just an optional step in this meditation, it is the key to unlocking the flow of love in our lives. So many of us unknowingly carry the weight of past hurts, disappointments, and fears within our hearts. These emotional blockages, whether they are remnants of old wounds or the weight of unspoken grief, create walls that prevent the natural energy of love from flowing freely. True love, in the Buddhist understanding, cannot coexist with attachment to pain or past trauma. It requires us to release what no longer serves us, making space for healing and wholeness. The Buddha often taught that suffering is a result of clinging to people, to things, to past experiences, to outcomes. When we cling to these attachments, we trap ourselves in cycles of dissatisfaction and pain. The practice of letting go, or non-attachment, is not about erasing our past or ignoring our emotions. Rather, it is about accepting the impermanence of life and recognizing that we are not defined by our past experiences. We are not our wounds, nor our disappointments. We are not the fear that we carry. We are not our regrets. We are, at our core, beings of infinite potential, deserving of love, peace, and joy. In this moment, I invite you to let go of these emotional burdens. As you continue to breathe deeply, direct your awareness to the center of your chest, the heart. With each inhale, feel the love and light that resides there. And with each exhale, gently release the negative energy that has taken root in your heart. Imagine these feelings as dark clouds or heavy stones, weighing down your heart and your spirit. As you exhale, see them dissolve, dissipating into the air, leaving your heart clearer, lighter, and more open. It is important to understand that releasing does not mean forcing ourselves to forget the past. The Buddha taught that suffering arises when we resist the flow of life. Holding on to past hurts, whether consciously or unconsciously, is a form of resistance. It is a refusal to accept life as it is. To accept that all things, joy, pain, relationships, experiences, are impermanent. By releasing, we do not erase the past, but we stop letting it control us. We stop letting it define our present and future. We free ourselves to love ourselves fully, without the shadow of old wounds haunting our every interaction. As you breathe, envision the energy within your heart becoming lighter, more expansive. Feel the old, heavy emotions begin to dissipate. Picture your heart as a flower opening slowly to the light of the sun, unfurling petal by petal. With each exhale, you are making space for love to enter, for compassion to grow, for wisdom to arise. The more you let go of negative energy, the more room you create for the love that has always been present within you to blossom. In Buddhism, metta, loving kindness, is a foundational practice. We cannot truly offer loving kindness to others if we do not first cultivate it within ourselves. And we cannot fully love ourselves if we are carrying around the weight of old pain. In releasing this negative energy, we are not only healing ourselves, but we are also creating the conditions for deeper, more authentic love to flow toward others. We become more capable of offering unconditional love, not because we are perfect, but because we have learned to let go of the perfect image we once held of ourselves. We allow ourselves to be human, to be imperfect, and to embrace ourselves as we are. Now, as you sit in stillness, feeling the freedom that comes with release, remind yourself that you are worthy of love. As you are, your heart is naturally pure. And as you let go of the old, you are returning to the essence of who you truly are. Let go of the past, and you will find that the love you seek has always been within you. In this moment, the liberation of the heart begins, not by striving, but by simply letting go and allowing the love that is already present to rise freely. Personal story. I remember a time in my life when I was weighed down by past heartbreaks and emotional scars. It wasn't until I truly embraced the practice of letting go that I was able to free myself. The simple act of breathing deeply and releasing my attachment to pain was liberating. With each breath, I felt as though I was making space for something new, something more expansive, more loving, and more fulfilling. This is what the meditation invites you to do: release the past so that you can welcome the future with an open heart. Affirmations, aligning the mind and heart. In the practice of meditation, words hold great power. This is especially true when we use affirmations, which serve as both a tool and a gateway to reprogramming the subconscious mind. The words we speak to ourselves shape the reality we experience, influencing our perceptions, our actions, and ultimately, the life we create. In this meditation, affirmations play a central role in aligning your mind and heart with your deepest desires, particularly the desire for love. As you repeat affirmations such as "I am worthy of love," and "I attract love effortlessly," you are not merely speaking words, you are planting seeds in the fertile ground of your consciousness. Seeds that will grow into a deeper understanding of your inherent worth and the natural flow of love in your life. Buddhism teaches us that the mind is powerful. It is said that our thoughts shape our world. In the Buddhist tradition, this is encapsulated in the teachings of karma and right intention. Our thoughts, intentions, and actions are interconnected. And by cultivating positive thoughts and intentions, we can create the conditions for a more compassionate, loving reality. The practice of affirmation is an active expression of right intention, a means of aligning our thoughts with our highest aspirations. When we affirm that we are deserving of love, we are reinforcing the truth that love is our natural state, a state that transcends any past wounds, any past experiences of neglect or abandonment, and any limiting beliefs we may have about ourselves. In Buddhism, the concept of emptiness teaches us that we are not fixed in any one identity or state. Rather, we are constantly changing, evolving, and becoming. Through affirmations, we remind ourselves of the boundless potential for love that resides within us, waiting to be recognized and expressed. When we speak the words "I am worthy of love," we are not only stating a fact, but we are also reminding ourselves of the truth that love is not something we need to earn, chase, or wait for. Love is our birthright, inherent in our nature. To believe that we are unworthy of love is to deny the very essence of who we are. Affirmations are not a means of convincing ourselves of something that isn't true. Rather, they serve as reminders of the deep truth that already resides within us. They are invitations to align our hearts with our minds, to quiet the chatter of self-doubt and negativity, and to create space for the natural flow of love to enter. The Buddha's teachings on mindfulness also guide us to observe our thoughts without attachment. When we repeat affirmations, we engage in a mindful practice of noticing our thoughts and gently redirecting them toward more loving, supportive beliefs. This practice can be especially powerful when we are confronted by the voices of doubt or fear within us, the voice that says, "I don't deserve love," or "Love always seems to pass me by." In those moments, affirmations help to break the cycle of negative thinking and re-anchor us in the truth of our worthiness. Each affirmation is like a mantra, a sacred vibration that, over time, transforms our mental and emotional landscape, helping us to step into a space where love can flow freely. When we affirm "I attract love effortlessly," we are not merely imagining or wishing for love to appear in our lives, we are opening ourselves to the reality that love is already on its way. In Buddhist philosophy, there is a concept called interdependence, the idea that all things are connected and influence each other. In the same way, our thoughts, energy, and intentions create an interconnected field that draws similar energies toward us. By affirming our ability to attract love, we are attuning ourselves to the frequency of love, aligning our inner world with the love that already exists in the universe. Love, like all things, is a form of energy. And when we vibrate at that frequency, we naturally draw more love toward us. Ultimately, affirmations are a bridge between the mind and the heart. The mind gives structure to our desires through words, and the heart transforms those words into lived experience. The more we align our thoughts with our highest intentions, the more we create space for love to flow effortlessly into our lives. Through the practice of affirmations, we come to realize that love is not something external we must seek, it is the very essence of who we are, waiting to be recognized and embraced. The more we affirm this truth, the more our lives reflect it. Through this simple yet powerful practice, we align ourselves with the boundless love that is always present, always available, and always waiting for us to receive it. Personal reflection. I have personally experienced the power of affirmations in my own practice. When I first began my spiritual journey, I struggled with feelings of unworthiness and fear that love would always be out of reach. But through consistent affirmation, I slowly began to reprogram my mind. Affirmations are not just words, they are vibrations that shift your energy. By speaking love into existence, you start to believe it. And soon the world around you reflects this newfound belief. A story of transformation, the power of love to heal. I want to share a story that illustrates the transformative power of love and meditation. A dear friend of mine, who had struggled for years with loneliness and self-doubt, decided to commit to a meditation practice focused on self-love. Every day, she would sit quietly, place her hands on her heart, and affirm, "I am deserving of love. I attract love with ease." At first, it felt uncomfortable, even awkward. But over time, something profound began to shift. One day, as she was meditating, she had a vision of herself as a child, full of innocence and pure love. She realized that her inner child had been longing for love and acceptance all these years. She had been seeking love outside herself when it had always been within. This realization was a turning point for her. She began to heal the wounds of the past and open herself up to the love she had always been worthy of. Within a few months, her life began to change. Not only did she attract a loving partner, but she also deepened her relationships with family and friends. The meditation practice had transformed her from the inside out. It taught her that love is not something we pursue, it is something we embody. Conclusion: embrace the infinite love within. In conclusion, this meditation is not just about attracting a partner, it is about cultivating a deep, loving relationship with yourself. As you connect with your heart and release old patterns, you will open yourself to a world of love that has always been there, waiting for you. The love you seek is already within you. By practicing mindfulness, affirmations, and releasing negative energy, you create the conditions for love to flow into your life in abundance. Remember, love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is the key to healing, to peace, and to transformation. The more you embrace love, the more you will attract it into your heart, your life, and your relationships.